Hello and welcome to Simulation Soccer League. I'm Jiggly.
I'm TBC.
And we are back again with the quarterfinals of the SSL Cup. So who's still in it?
So we've got only, I think, one Division 2 team? No, two Division 2 teams in the
Wasn't
cup.
there... Wait, were there like comebacks? What?
No. So Buenos Aires and Inter London actually got first round byes due to unfortunate file issues.
Okay.
So they are the two teams that are in the quarterfinals. The rest
Seems
of the
unfair.
teams.
I'd like to speak to my solicitor.
Speak to your local file editor. Actually, don't, please. Please don't harass our file editors.
I just want a word with them.
Well, they are the only two teams from Div 2 left in the competition, and they'll be playing Div 1 teams today.
And the first game up is Catalunya against Cairo City. So, I don't know, you keep going with explaining the whole stuff going on.
Well, Cairo City and Catalunya are very interesting. It's going to be, well, it's been a bit of a rivalry match in the past. The manager there, Omniscius, and Rice Bowl, known to be rivals of sorts. No, I'm kind of Yoshin. The two players, though, are not. Franco Torres and Budget Busquets not known to like each other, so this is gonna be an interesting two matches. It's going to be fun. Cairo City, I believe, on an 8-game winnings. No, they haven't lost in 8 games. 8 games undefeated. There we go.
Okay. Do you have anything more? We're filling time here now.
Yes. Well, since returning to the lineup, Omniscius' player, Budget Busquets, has been very, very good. We will see if he plays a key piece in how they perform. A little bit of lag.
I lost you for a second there.
Yeah?
Well, we did have kickoff. I did not hear the analysis that you just brought to the table.
I apologize. I appear my internet may be skipping.
Or it might be mine.
What's the likelihood it's both?
You know, my internet usually doesn't like completely stop working until at least 11 at night. And there was a good shot from Bjorkash, blocked by Fist.
What almost stopped working there was the Catalunya defense.
And there it is, the first goal already on the board. Cairo, Franco Torres getting another goal.
So Franco Torres scoring today, 7 minutes into our match, what could be a very important goal for Cairo. Something we didn't get to talk about is that in this cup format of ours, it is a two-legged format, and away goals do matter. So Cairo being the away team, Franco's goal there is very important.
Yeah, that was a great. I mean, you just got to be at the right place at the right time. He was at that back post, looking real good there.
I believe he is also in the lead for the Golden Boot competition.
And there's an immediate answer. Dogwood Maple
Does a barrel roll as his celebration.
That's not a barrel roll. That's somersault.
Somersault. I apologize.
Get it right. Very good, solid header.
That was a bumping header. Puts it right past. I believe that is the Heretic in net for Cairo.
Did exactly what they needed to do. And we are off to a very quick start. I know that player handed us a pronunciation guide. I just cannot for the life of me remember what the pronunciation was.
We will review it before the next one, and by we I mean I.
Yes, I'm just gonna refer to you to say it properly.
both teams are playing on a 4-1-4-1.
Which is interesting. Oh, there's a penalty there.
Wow.
I think that was Okamoto that was taken down. It didn't even really truly get taken down. That was just clipped his leg, and he fouled in the box as a penalty, and that is another goal for Wood Maple.
13th goal of the season for the, I want to say American forward? Yes. Yes.
TBC, what was that? What did Maple just do?
A somersault?
That was a cartwheel this time.
Oh no. Listen.
Where's McFloppy face? Ooh! A good shot saved by the Heretic.
Wow. Well done from McFloppy face to stay on side there. I thought he might have been off.
That's McFlop face, not McFloppy. I'm sorry.
Another save there by the Heretic.
That one's cleared away, but it is coming back with Okamoto. And that's another goal. This time it's Floppy McFlopface.
That is not the winger-to-winger connection, but Okamoto certainly looked like a winger there. Able to drift out wide and find the other winger, McFlopface, who had cut in towards the net. Very, very nice play. And all of a sudden, Catalunya are bringing the heat.
Yeah, they are up 2 goals already, and it's not even a half hour in.
Cairo will likely hope to at least hold or try to get one more.
As Torres can't get a shot off, but it is going out for a corner. This was dangerous last time. And Torres is back at that back post there. They try to go for him, and it's cleared away.
Now, if Cairo can get one here, a 1-goal deficit going home is not too bad.
Well, there's plenty of game left to be played. It's not even a half hour in.
That is true. It is now half an hour in.
We're a third of the way through the game.
4 goals already. At this pace, what else might we see?
And that shot from Maple trying to get that hat trick.
So McFlopface also with the assist on the first goal for Dogwood Maple, I believe. Goal and assist game so far.
Okamoto draws another penalty. That's another one that's going to be set up for Dogwood Maple to try to get this hat trick. And there it is. Let's see what acrobatics Maple does this time. None whatsoever. Fantastic.
Keeps it cool, calm, and collected for the third there. Much like his shot, puts it in the exact same place he did last time. And Catalunya are off to a storming start.
You know, that's the struggle of being a goal scorer. You know, oh, there's a goal from Tim Possible out of nowhere. Shot through a sea of McDonald's colored jerseys.
You remember how we said about we talked about keeping pace? We're certainly on pace here.
Wow, that just opened up. Juliuson just barely had moved out of the way.
Now, I will say Cairo are likely having some flashbacks to, I believe, last year's match against Tokyo, in which they were given...
Driving up to Maple, and that's it.
In which they were given 4 penalties against. Only Heretic was able to make 2 of those saves that time.
I'm not quite sure if either team is truly trying to slow the game down, especially with the fact that we've already got 6 goals to the game, and here's Vince Vins looking for another one. Oh, the post!
So I can confirm both teams are on a more aggressive sort of style. Catalunya is straight out attacking. But I wonder if the lack of a midfield from either team is really causing this hold-up.
And there is another penalty. Dogwood Maple is just going to get a hat trick of penalties at this point. And there's another one, same exact spot as the other 2 times.
15th goal of the season, and that's only in the first half.
At this point, the Heretic has to just gun for that corner, no matter what, because he's hit that corner twice already.
Who would have thought he would have done it a 3rd time?
Now, here's a question for you that is going to be incredibly controversial. Do you consider a hat trick with penalties to be a real hat trick? Because, somebody else won that penalty for you. And I believe somebody else did win that penalty for Maple all 3 times.
Yes, and why is because, do you consider a tap in a goal? It was set up by the other player. They got beat
well, if
clean,
it's going,
and
so
you're
if it's
the
a
one
different
who puts it
direction.
in.
So there's a difference between a tap-in and a redirection. If the ball is actually heading back corner and you hit it, I'd kind of rather give it to the person who made that initial shot. But if it's across the face of the goal and you have to get in front of it to tap it in, that is still affecting change on the ball.
Yes, and I can agree with that. But I do still feel they're very similar. And if you credit one, you gotta credit the other. I think the question should be, should we credit the person who earns the penalty with an assist? And I
now
think
that is a real
that's
that's a real good addition to that, because I think Okamoto would have 3 assists on this game.
Exactly. He's been incredible in the box.
You ever noticed how Okamoto is just this big dude, and he's no longer on the pitch, actually, so you can't even look at him, which is unfortunate. I think they put on McPossum.
Yep, McPossum in for Okamoto, and Clark is in for McFlopface. So 2 goal scorers or goal
Very
contributors
important players.
out.
Very important players out on the pitch are now no longer on the pitch.
Now, Sam Siege is coming in on Cairo's side, and Ketchup Noodle is coming in as well. So 2 big playmakers coming in for Cairo in the second half.
And we're going to have a mid-game substitution, because we've never had that before in history. And there's another penalty.
No.
Here's more Maple.
Oh my god! I thought it was a clean tackle.
Hey! He took my advice
Hey!
finally.
4th time's the charm.
Hey, that's exactly what I said. You get another chance, just gun it for that side, because he's going for it. That's where he's hitting it.
Holy smokes. I will say, Cairo are playing incredibly aggressive for a team that hasn't specifically been instructed to do so.
They're playing very aggressive in a very specific area and nowhere else. I don't see those kind of there's been no free kicks. I don't think there's been free kicks, but we've got 4 penalties.
I think that has a lot to do with Catalunya's ability to bring the ball into the box there.
Yarvinen taking the shot. I don't think that was the right choice. He had friends there.
So Catalunya have indeed been instructed to play that ball into the box and hold out a little longer. So Cairo really just I want to say victim unfortunate decision making.
Stands up to Torres. That's blocked by Fist. Well, you know, that's the whole thing of, I keep telling you, get your decision making up. Do better with that. And you'll be better at a lot of other things if you have good decision making.
Agree. Decisions are important.
And
a
life and
decider
end
in this
football.
match is Catalunya's 5 XG.
You gotta also consider the 0.75 XG that you get for each penalty attempt.
100%, but I just
Let me
like
just
that
do the
that
math
number
here.
is high.
I can do the math right now. Let's see, 0.75 times 4. That is 3 goals. You take off 3 from the XG, and what, that'd be about 2. Which seems about fair.
Yeah, they've had a lot of chances. Certainly outside of the penalties, they've had a lot of chances.
There's Clark.
There's one of them. Cairo do notably have 2 away goals now. So only a hat trick required at home to bring things towards their favor.
But who will do it? Besides, this game isn't over yet. There's more coming.
Perhaps another penalty.
Vince. And that's blocked. Nothing much coming out of that. Mistakes and stains. That sounds a whole lot dirtier than it should have.
No,
We shouldn't think about that.
we'll move on.
Jeeves up to Bjorkas.
No one able to get to the rebound there, unfortunate. And Gunnarsson able to make the save.
We're in the 71st minute. Well, I mean, we're past that now. And we're definitely not seeing as much pressure from Cairo as they had in the first half. Not that they had much pressure in the first half, but it's
I think
definitely
we played
lessened.
actually quite well in the first half, but you're right. The second half has really swung Catalunya's way.
Well, I mean, they had pressure at the beginning and towards the end of the first half. That middle portion did not go well.
See if they can turn it around here. Oh, great pass.
Stain's getting around Järvinen. Sends it in, but it gets cleared away by Juliusson.
Siege the substitute there.
Jeeves breaks through. And that goes over the bar.
It's a good looking chance, but unfortunate from Jeeves not to challenge Gunnarsson there. Oh, that was not a heavy tackle.
At least they tried it outside their own box. McPossum is there at the end of that. The Heretic gets to it. That's some very dangerous passing in the back. Jurkac up to Jeeves. Stains over to Bjorkas. Jeeves. And still nothing.
Well, after the first half that we've had, maybe a little bit of nothing is good for the heart of the head coach.
He jumped to Bjorkas. Still no real chances here.
Honestly, really good defense being played by both teams in the second half.
Well, I mean, not quite defense on Cairo's end, mostly goalkeeping. Possible.
Almost the Heretic has been a really big part of their defense, honestly. They rely on him being able to stop at least 3 or 4 shots a game.
Oh, you know, that says more about your defense than it does about the goalkeeper.
Not necessarily. I think Cairo's defense plays well. They just play a little higher up the line, which allows for teams to attack a little bit behind. And that's where we see Heretic being required to make those 3 to 4 saves.
And that is it. Catalunya is going is heading to Egypt with a 5-2 lead on aggregate here. And you got to feel bad for who probably was the one who got in all of those tackles, I'm pretty sure, for the penalties.
Well, 4 were given out, so I'm sure that it was spread out between some of them. I'm sure somebody else gave one there. Gorkish on a 6.1. So doesn't quite matter though. As we head to the second leg, they will be looking for 3 goals at home, which is certainly possible with Franco Torres, the league leader in goals scored. I think for League One right now. It's not been a good year for Owen 44. I know that much for sure.
Well, yeah, completely different reasons.
Low Dogwood Maple having himself a 9.5 sort of day, 4 goals. Their backline played well, as well did Catalunya, despite conceding 2.
I'm sorry, it appears I'm dealing with a slight cold. I do have my window open at the moment, and it's 49 degrees outside, but it's very hot in my room. And we're just sitting on this screen for a while. There we go. We're moving on. What is the next game that they're going to be seeing?
So next up, we have Hollywood versus Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires, one of those Div 2 teams that got a bye that I had mentioned there. Hollywood, on the other hand, very well known to Div 1 viewers. Known for playing a very attractive and aggressive sort of style of football. It's going to be interesting to see what comes out here for them. I think they'll be playing in a very sort of familiar formation to what we've seen today, that 4-1-4-1 with those 2 attacking midfielders. We'll see how it fits for them. They're normally not known for playing out wide.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what their formation is going to be when we actually see the formation.
I think Buenos Aires are going to line up in a 4-2-3-1 on the other hand. It is a formation we've seen from them in the past. It's had a lot of success later on in the year, last year. This is a whole different level of competition for Hollywood. We will see if it can translate over for them.
Well, I mean, Hollywood are perennial winners, although they did have a bit of a scare in the first leg of the Cup against Kapstad in one of the wildest games, and then immediately shutting them down that second game away from home. So this one it's going to be Hollywood's home game, right?
I believe Hollywood is home. Yes, we will see once we get into the match stuff.
They might have an issue. You know, we've seen in the Premier League that Liverpool has had issues at home. So sometimes you just have issues playing at home, and we might be seeing that from Hollywood. So it could be interesting for Buenos Aires in this game.
I hope it is. They've got a good team down in Division 2. We've recently played, I think, as of last week. And they really did bring us some competition. And I hope they can show Hollywood what Division 2 has in store. Not that Hollywood need to be worried about Division 2. They sit, I think, either second or third in the league. I'm not quite sure. After today's matches.
And here we are.
By the time the video comes out, it would have been yesterday's matches.
Hollywood already now with the chance. A corner in the opposite end. Cleared away. Lin Kwai sends a pass in. It's not going to reach anywhere. It goes up to Checker. Looking for a cross. I can't even tell who got a header on that.
I think it was a Buenos Aires forward, but the ball does drift away from the net.
Hollywood sends it out wide. Here's Jones to Taka. Jones again. Rashford's free, and that's in.
Nico Rashford playing as a shadow striker, able to bury that opportunity, finish the build up from Hollywood there. Really a bit of a counterattack from them here. You see Hollywood with 5-6 players in the box. They're really just overloading the defenders. It can be so incredibly hard to defend against that.
I mean, that's what you got to try to do in this league. No, you need to overwhelm those defenders because you're gonna usually have one or two defenders there that are not going to be able to handle that. And you're saying Kwai with a shot that's saved by Oakdown.
Agreed. Quality defending is hard to come by.
And here we see Buenos Aires on an attack. Doesn't quite look like one yet. That pass trying to put in the killer ball between the defenders, but not going to get it. There's one, though. Yates! And Euro drops to the ground and stops that one.
I feel like Yates was just one pass off from a real opportunity for Buenos Aires, but unfortunately he decides to take the shot himself.
And offside. I saw a player go down and free kick awarded, and I was confused for a second.
I think Kiyoshi Oakdown is also confused. He's not quite sure where to
Gaverno.
put the ball.
A real big pass, and that's Gaverno. That's Oakdown with the assist.
It's not that he didn't know where to put the ball. He was just waiting for the right opportunity to put the ball right over everyone's head.
Horrible mistake by George Costanza there, as he lets Gaverno get behind him, and he sends it off to the other side to Sterling.
And Buenos Aires have the away goal. So Hollywood looking for a quick answer.
I mean, Hollywood's been their most dangerous right after giving up a goal.
They very much love to respond.
And there's some more misguided playing in the back with now about 3 forwards pressing.
Yeah, those two attacking midfielders really do kind of act like deeper forwards.
Lin Kwai.
Oh,
That goes wide.
He's offside.
Oh, he still missed the shot.
He did. But for his sake, it will not count.
I thought you were going to say something about Inter London again.
No.
Vandersloot with a big shot out of nowhere, just going for the heat check.
I already used my one-time pass. Oh.
And Katarina takes down Bobby just inside the box. That is an absolute penalty there. This is the 5th penalty we've seen today.
The commentators are calling that a dubious decision. I think it was pretty obvious.
Yeah, very obvious. And there is the goal. Yeah, it's 2-1 now. Neat.
Unlucky there for Kiyoshi down. Was just a little bit late on the dive.
Well, I mean, judging by where to dive today, it would have been the other way. So, Vandersloot, and it didn't matter. It's tied up now.
Is that going to stick? If it sticks, that's so important for Buenos Aires. That's their second away goal now.
I think Vandersloot stayed just behind Gerrard and Costanza.
Slipping in between the defenders here. Oh, yeah.
Well, it was just Gerrard.
Beautiful play.
Bit of a struggle there. Vandersloot over the checker. Working their way around. Sends it forward for Governo. Does not get past Costanza this time.
Liang Kai able to pick pocket there, but dangerous passing.
There's a lot of dangerous passing in this game today. As we see another giveaway. Jones should be looking for Liang Kai. That shot is saved.
Just a little too far out for Liang Kai. Great shot, great placement, and Oak down with a great save. Hollywood have to feel like they could have done better with that chance.
And that's a great header. Bobby just hanging out at the back post.
Just kind of towering over everyone. The 6'10" Zambian forward loves these sort of balls. And that one just finds him square in the noggin. No defenders around him.
Well, he just lost off Catarina. Which, you know, biggest player on the pitch versus the smallest player on the pitch.
I think that was more of a matter of marking, but yep.
That was that too, but I think if Catarina was a bit taller, they would have been able to at least get up in front of that.
Or at very least try to. Very few defenders actually able to get in front or above Ricky Bobby. That is what he specializes in. Oh, that was quick.
Looks like we might not have very many subs today. In fact, we have none.
I am confirming that we indeed have no subs for the for this match.
And here is another corner kick. That's Costanza there with a header. And I think that was Taka. That was... I don't know how that ball went in. I'm waiting for the slow motion there.
There for the redirect, really. And Gerrard, the set-piece assassin, able to deliver on so many of these set pieces with his feet. Incredible.
I think I saw what happened, and that was the header went right at Checker, who is in the exact correct spot to be to try to block that, but that went in off the side of his head.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So it wouldn't be
got
counting as it wouldn't be an own goal because that is a deflection. It was an unintentional deflection. So it's still Taka's goal, but ouch.
I thought that was past him.
Nah, that ball hit the side netting.
All of a sudden, Buenos Aires looking like they may need another. To be honest, 2 goals isn't the worst to be down. Headed home.
My body. Not gonna get it.
3 though. 3 might be a little bit of trouble. They're likely hoping not to concede another.
Well, I think, every team is hoping to not concede a goal.
Unless you're intentionally trying to lose, I guess.
Well, we don't actually have a fair play commission, so hey.
If anyone would like to be part or establish
of our brand new establishing fair play commission, that header from Yates is saved by Scott Sterling.
Sterling's been really, really good for Hollywood so far this season.
Hasn't really had to do much though.
He hasn't been challenged, but when he's been needed, he's been there.
I don't know that second goal. Taka, and that's it. It's the whole thing to me of if you don't have a good enough defense, your goalkeeper's going to look good no matter what. And if your defense is good, your goalkeeper is just not going to do anything. So why do good teams have good goalkeepers? They're hogging them. Langquai comes up on the left wing.
I think we're seeing
some way in.
I think we're seeing a little bit of that, and we may see a little bit of that in our next match. Sydney City's goalkeeper certified problem has been a certified problem.
Sometimes that means a bad thing.
He's been a problem in a lot of different ways. In one way, he's really hard to score against.
In others, teammates have been describing the smells in the locker room.
Yes, he is no longer with us, though his body remains.
Jones. That header goes well over to the top of the box. That probably should have been going for that back post. Yeah, I think that was Langquai who was free there.
For clarity, no. Certified problems user did not pass away.
No, reportedly very stinky. Pudaneska puts that away. 80th minute, Hollywood gets their 6th goal of the match, and that's gonna probably end it for today.
Is it their 5th or their 6th here?
I believe that was their 5th. I looked at, he scored the goal. I looked up, I saw the number 5, and I thought, well, there's another goal.
Well, it might as well be their 6th. They certainly feel like they can score another in the 10 minutes that they have. They have really, really been good the second half.
I mean, you look at that press that Hollywood is showing there, and there's just not many ways around it.
Certainly with the fullback so able to close the gap in between the midfield, it's really worked out for them.
Jones, Bobby Lane Quai, and
That
just
was a
runs
great
out.
tackle, I think, by Che Guevara.
Che Guevara.
English is difficult today. I'm sorry.
That's not English.
That is true. What is not true is that shot. Ugh. That did not find the net at all, unfortunate for Buenos Aires.
We try not to talk about those sort of things.
The moonshots? I love moonshots. It means your fan gets to take a ball home. Those tickets are expensive for a reason, you know?
Bobby Taka taps it in, and there's the 6th goal.
I think that is, yeah, he's onside. So that will count, and that is the dagger likely in this match here. 6-2 for for Hollywood.
For Buenos Aires to go home and cry about. Very clearly onside.
They need 4 goals at home, at least, against a team that hasn't given up a ton. They gave up 2 today, though, so they're not invincible.
As we hear the olays, which, usually you get olay when it's like slow passes, but these are some very quick passes. I don't know why they're I don't know why they're doing that to very quick passing. It sounds tiresome, honestly. Here's Rashford.
Oh.
Can't get a 7th.
Wow, I think a little mercy coming out from Rashford there. Just stuffed that one into Oakdown's gloves. I think he realizes they don't quite need a 7th, though I'm sure his goal record would like to differ.
You look at the possession there, and honestly, it's kind of surprising that they had that much possession. But as I always say when we get to this point, I would like to see the action zones, see where the ball was, and I think you're going to see that the ball was mostly in Buenos Aires' end.
Buenos Aires were, what they did score, very good on the counter attack. They were very quick to overwhelm Hollywood's defense while they were disoriented. Hollywood playing with those wingbacks were exposed a little bit on the wide side whenever those wingbacks pushed higher, and it was on the counter that Buenos Aires was able to find success. Though coming into the second half with such a lead, Hollywood kind of just rectified
it wasn't that much of a lead going into the second half. It was just a 3-2 lead.
It was a 1-goal lead, but a 1-goal lead is still a lead, right? And it will affect.
Well, I don't think that, I wouldn't think it would affect them too much. I did send you a diagram of what I thought of that game. But while you're looking, can you also look for what the game is?
The next game is Sydney versus Inter London. Now, where did we send this?
It's just it's in our chat.
Oh. Ha! Yes. That is funny. Thank you.
So we have Sydney and Inter London here?
Yes, and that is another funny matchup. Inter London, the Div 2 team, which got the bye by accident, and are
you know what? They're looking like a Division 1 team at the moment, and I haven't looked at the Division 1 standings recently, but I don't think Sydney is acting that much like a Division 1 team at the moment.
Well, Sydney are kind of middling at the moment. We had expected them to struggle, and for their credit, they've done very well.
They've done very good, but in a patronizing way.
Yeah, they've
they do not
tried.
They do not look like champions.
And they have found ways to score points. But they certainly find themselves falling behind in that title race and drawing ever so closer to the relegation candidates. Like you said, though, Inter London, on the other hand, do look like Division 1 potential. They currently sit after 5 matches, 6 points clear of the title.
Aren't they undefeated as well?
I actually don't know that.
I believe they are. If I remember correctly, I believe they are undefeated.
We may be. This is bad.
How do I know more about your team than I do?
I was gonna say I should know this, but no. It is no longer my team. I am part of the board of the directors now, and
Well, you play for them.
I do play for them. Baltic runs the team now, and she does a great job of it. I knew we were doing very well. I wasn't quite sure if we were undefeated. I seem to recall a close game or two. We will see if this is going to be a close game here. Sydney are at home.
Almost getting that cross over to Zayed.
One-time MVP winner Tony Yeboah able to get there and make the save. That was a good tackle by Letitia. No card. Though
Well,
two
you know
other
how-
cards coming out.
Well, I mean, Letitia's namesake is something else. DeFleur
Hits
just
the
can't hit it
post.
in. Muffin. Not much going on there. DeFleur. Again, not much going on there.
Speaking of not much going on, not much different from both teams here. Sydney City playing in the 4-1-3-2 block that they love so much this year. They've really found success with it so far. Inter London playing in a 4-2-3-1 asymmetric. With that left midfielder and right striker.
Papadopoulos. That cross, DeFleur again, not quite getting it on target.
And on a yellow as well. We'll see if that comes back to bite them later on this match.
DeFleur up to... Okay, Muffin.
Ooh,
Doesn't get it on target.
Unfortunate from Muffin there. Just kind of skies that one past the net.
Jerry's shot hits certified problem.
In the right place is certified problem, but Inter London really kind of bringing it to Sydney so far. 30 minutes past.
As 30 minutes pass. Papadopoulos. Fleur's going to get on the other side. Yore! Nope.
Yuri has scored a few goals from that sort of range in Division 2. Unlucky to not challenge problem there, though Inter London continue to threaten. Sydney with one shot on the half. Two, actually, sorry.
Well, this is the first division, and, you know, you got to make those plays in the big leagues. And it looks like it's halftime already.
Yeah, this game's going by quick.
And who does that say more about?
I actually don't know, because like Sydney City have looked really good, but also on paper they're not quite up to other Division One teams, right? So it's really hard to say because they're so confusing. They're defying what is statistically likely.
Well, does that mean that London is doing better at controlling the game, or does that mean that Sydney is in control, but they're just not getting it?
No, certainly this match looks like to be swinging Inter London's way. They have 55% possession of the ball and have had the majority of the offense we've seen, and the two shots coming in late for Sydney City there. We will see a couple changes coming in from both teams now. I think the boots are off, the kitty gloves are off from both sides here.
I don't understand what you mean.
So it looks like coming out of the game is Zaid. Coming into the game is Rube. More seasoned striker is Rube, and out is free kick for in is Carbone. Carbone is also, I believe, a more seasoned midfielder, I want to say. Winger, more likely. Inter London, though, bringing off their forwards, Hannah Solari. She comes out of the game, and in comes Kay Clements, who is immediately there.
Immediate answer there, and we finally have a goal in this game.
Kay Clements has been on fire for Inter London Division 2. There is no surprise, though. The Division 1 forward made a name for himself last couple seasons, scoring goals at that striker position, and this year has really found his groove. Is there to find the ball and finds the goal.
So Sydney now on the back foot here.
We also, I believe, had Fall on the floor taken out at halftime. He had a yellow card early in the game. He's replaced by Pinkman. I think it is Walter Pinkman.
Well, now I'm just confused. Espilicueta! That shot goes off the bar. TVC, I would like you to tell me what team Espilicueta has played for.
Espilicueta is the former Cairo City striker. And yes, once upon a time did play for Inter London. Won a title with them, in fact, as their striker. Scored 20 league goals that year.
I set something up for you and let you have your moment, and then you decide not to.
Oh no! I was just making it dramatic, just like that shot there. Thank you.
I won't accept your thanks after you refused my gift. You have jettisoned my gift. Whoever comes in with the shot, not gonna do anything.
Well, it was, but Yeboah got to it in time. Coming out to challenge there and able to make the save.
And we're in the 80th minute now, and London is still ahead, and Sydney does not look like they're seeing too much of the ball at the moment. They've only got 6 shots total, only 2 on target now.
Well, they only need 1 to score, and they will have tied the game. The Inter London with the away goal.
Well, here's their chance. Rube! And strikes it right into the back of the net.
I very much commentated cursed my own team, but you know what?
It's all your fault.
I called it. We see it happen all the time.
Donnarumma has been benched until further notice. It was actually Donnarumma who got beat on the... So double benched.
Yes. I do not believe she'll be playing the next match. I'll have to speak to the coach about that. But no, what a thumping shot from Rube there. And Yeboah did come out to challenge a little aggressively there. And was able to be beat over the shoulder.
Aikman up to Clements. That's cut out. And that will be it. It is tied 1-1 going into London. And London has the away goal now. All they need to do is sit back. Although, that's a bit of a annoying looking lineup with asymmetric. But,
I did say it.
I didn't notice it until just now. You know what? When you put it out there, you don't notice it. It's enough that you don't fully notice it, so that's fine.
It very much is a 4-2-3-1.
It is. It certainly is.
Just a little asymmetric,
It's a little off kilter, Like we do things a little differently here.
So the reason why it's like this is it's designed to play like a 4-2-4 without really exposing the vulnerability of a 4-2-4 in the midfield.
We do things here a bit differently here at Olive Garden. And yeah, I mean the thing that really bugs me here with Sydney is that they're full not playing too well. And it looks like they kind of wanted to play with better fullbacks in the way that they were playing. You saw Carboni getting up there a whole lot and just not really getting much done.
Yeah, no, a little unfortunate from the defense there for Sydney. They were beat pretty frequently down the side, but it's not quite their fault. There wasn't a ton of support there.
So what do we have next?
Up next, we have our last match of the night. It is going to be Athênai versus Tokyo.
I have a thing for Tokyo, and that's, I just remember that first cup final, and it was a glorious moment mostly for Saint, honestly, but it was a good time. And I think that, they're a team that they're a bit of a meme most of the time, but you know what, they go hard, and they remind me of the Fire in some of the worst ways, but in also some good ways. And Athênai, Athênai are the very are the forgotten team of this league, and they're always in contention, but never quite the winner, or like people think of them. And I think that mostly comes from, their style of play. They're very, structured, and they're just going to go out there and they're going to try to sit back and let the other team come to them. And unfortunately, they have one of the greatest talents in the entire league, 0-44, and, just not letting them run free.
Yeah, it's been difficult for Athênai to find goals for 0-44. Though it has been difficult for their other striker, Jeffrey Levert. 0-44 has actually taken a bit more of a back role towards this offense. Athênai actually play a very not aggressive, but compared to years past, this is like them playing on attack. The reality is they're just playing a more aggressive formation, that 4-2-4 with 4 forwards really, and 44 really stepping back from his goal scoring sort of reputation to help Athênai a little bit more in that build-up play.
Well, I mean, the big thing with Athênai is and 44 is that 44 likes to get a run like this, except, a bit more with an opportunity to actually run. 0-44 tries to get that done, but the problem is that, that whole 4-2-4, they want to put all of that pressure in on the box. They want to get as many players forward as possible and then just sort of sit on them. And it's just not something 0-44 is built for, but it is something that Levert is built for. As we're going to see here, ball goes out wide. 44 doesn't get it, and he's also offside because, that's where he lives.
You're right, though. Jeffrey Levert definitely more known for me as a fox in the box.
Not exactly a prince of the box like Inzaghi, which, again, that's more 44.
Though it will be interesting to see if he can turn on the Jets in the second half. Right now, he's not in the top 3 for the Golden Boot at all.
Ooh, that shot from Sherwood goes wide to the left.
20-something minutes through now, and Tokyo have not had a single shot on the direction of Athena yet.
I mean, Rise is trying to get some action in, going in to defend. Joker now! That goes over.
Jeffrey Levert even there to screen the goalkeeper. really leaning on his Canadian roots there.
Well, I remember back when I was a kid, and I played goalkeeper as a kid, and I remember being told, "Oh, here's Asagi." I was told about Asagi when I was a child. I was told that if you have someone in front of you as a goalkeeper, you can just shove them. Like, it's not like in hockey where like you've got all these extra pads and like you got to get up and move them. Like in soccer, you can just sort of like pull the guy out of the way. That's what I was taught, at least.
Did you see that one-footed lunge by Jeffrey Levert there? Brave tackle by the forward.
Well, they're just out here. We just out here. Lavovich sends it in. Not gonna get it.
Soderbergh loses out there, though. Now, we've talked about Athênai's formation. Tokyo are playing in a very familiar formation for us today. It's a 4-1-4-1.
Well, I don't think that they're pulling the 5-0-5, let God sort out the midfield, which is something that I would love to see someone try at this point. 44, Fisher's wide open, and there's a goal for Athênai.
Like I said, 0-44, taking a more creative role this year, stepping back from goal scoring to do a little more of that. Beautiful setup and wonderful finish from Fisher there.
Well, I mean, you also see the fear factor of 2 other defenders running over to cover 44 with the ball.
I think they're helping look for Rossetti's shoes. 0-44 sort of undressed him.
Well, Soderbergh, and Hayden's shot is blocked. Whenever I talk about Soderbergh, I can only think of the director.
I think of Jess because that's Jess's player, and Jess is a great person.
Yes, she is. But I do think of the director. Visser. That is not getting into the box.
Athênai are so good with that 4-man back line, able to keep all sorts of pressure out.
And that cross from Rise is going wanting. Isagi could have jumped up to get it, but just doesn't.
Interesting that Anderson didn't lunge for that either.
Well, I mean, Isagi seemed to be a bit more close to actually, like, getting ahead on that if he moved. And 44 again blocked from taking one of those great runs. Using the speed and stamina in some way to press. Here's Rise. Not going to catch up to that one. But Tokyo is still on the ball now. They haven't had too many great chances. Going to try to have one more chance here before the end of the half. Visser. That's saved by Anderson.
Big hands by Yannick Anderson, playing as a sweeper keeper that Athênai love to utilize. He's so active outside and inside his box, and there he is, able to come out just a little bit outside the 6-yard box to meet them, and able to make the save there.
So we didn't see much in that first half from Tokyo, but like towards the end of that half, like around the second quarter there, we saw a whole lot more life out of Tokyo. Do you think that there may be an equalizer coming early in the second half? I mean, at any point in the second half, maybe, but early in the second half, what do you think?
It's so hard to say coming out of the halftime there. Athena are going to be happy that they have the lead, and Tokyo are going to be looking to get that back. But I think that Athena are going to settle into what we see from them so often once they get that lead is the shutdown defense they play. They will just sit on the ball and suffocate the clock. And I don't know if Tokyo have quite enough to deal with that. They are playing with that 4-5 sort of forward formation. So they have that sort of forward press, but they don't have what Athênai have in the midfield there, and that is two really, really solid midfielders.
Yes, that's one of those things that midfield is something that we haven't seen too much of in today's games overall.
Well, in two-legged affairs, it is very often a smash and grab sort of situation. Right, as a team at home, it would make sense to want to smash and grab as many goals as possible, but Tokyo are not at home. They are playing away.
Well, you know, it kind of goes back to the old Polish saying of the first game is for points, second game is for everything, the third game is for honor. You kind of want to go out there and just try to get those that first game in and try to do as much as you can, but that second game is going to be the decider. Levert with another goal. It's another assist for 44. And Athênai is up 2-0 in the 53rd minute.
Hey, if it works, it works. And it is working for Athênai. They have found so much success with these two this year. It hasn't come from the foot you expected it to, but it's certainly come to the team, and they are playing so well.
And this is definitely a struggle now for Tokyo. Trying to find a way into the box. That shot from Goat is not going to make it anywhere close.
Tokyo will be looking to get at least one here. One away goal will reduce the lead and give them that all-important away goal at all. Oh, drill ya into the foot of the defender.
Hayden's shot is saved by Anderson,
who has been incredible this game so far. 3 saves when they have been required, but has been so massive in cutting off the attack from Tokyo.
Visser moves forward, looking for a way in. It's blocked by Ramirez.
I swear this Athênai backline is just like a force field around the net.
And we're leaning in here. It's the 72nd minute now. As Tokyo's still trying to find a way in. Soderbergh's shot is saved by Anderson. Honestly, it looked like Anderson rolled into the net. I would like to see goal line technology there.
I would love to see that, honestly, but it looked like he was just kind of holding the ball a little bit outside the net as he rolled. Great technique.
And there's another goal.
Flight does stay down, so this is count for Owen 44, who is this time rewarded for his creativity with a goal of his own.
And this is the kind of goal that Owen 44 wants to get on. Getting just behind the defender, hitting it. I mean, usually, 44 would take a bit more of a run after catch, but take what you can get with what you can do. And that's a third goal for Athênai. Tokyo is not looking too good.
Fisher paying Owen 44 back for the setup earlier, assisting on that from the cross, as you saw there.
And 44 almost got another there with that horrible touch from Berger to start off, but did get it cleared away. And that is going to be it, folks. Athênai 3, Tokyo 0. And, it's a bit disappointing when you look at that XG race. I mean, Tokyo had more XG. I mean, you saw that second half. They really came back and were trying. Just could not get behind Anderson.
Yeah, Yannick Anderson was massive for Athênai today. As big as Owen 44 was for them up top, Yannick Anderson was the real star in the back, keeping the clean sheet, keeping visiting Tokyo out of their net, and Tokyo now come home with a big job to do.
Yeah, that's they're going to have a whole lot of trouble, especially with. I mean, you look at their defense did play pretty okay. They actually put a lot of that onto the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I don't know. It's sort of one of those situations where the defense did what they could, but the pass was just so good. The goalkeeper needed to make the save, but the shot was just too good. They couldn't save it. Allegedly, maybe one or two of those probably could have been grabbed by a better keeper. But in this situation, the striker just put it in the right place. I don't really see a goal that was really soft. Do you remember one?
I mean, not really, not in that game.
Yeah, so unfair rating there from the engine. Unfortunate, but it happens. But that is the end of our night.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be it here. What did you think of today?
It was an exciting draw of matches. Other than the thrashing of Buenos Aires, some close games. I'm excited for our second leg.
If you could describe this leg in one word, what would it be?
In one word?
Yes.
Yes. That's the word, yes.
Wrong. The correct answer is 4 games. I'm Jiggly.
TVC.
Thank you for watching.